My role as a teacher in this environment is to create an environment in the classroom where people feel they have a voice and people feel that voice will be listened to. So that we become teachers because we want to help young people to have agency and to be free and to be able to make choices. Those are the reasons why we become teachers. I was thinking about what are the different experiences that young people can have and where's the conflict? Where's the conflict between what you as an individual hold as being valuable for education and what perhaps institutions are looking for? So that first session the first part of the session I sent everybody out with a sticky bracelet. This is an activity we do with our 7 and 8 year olds. And really the idea of it is that you're going to go out and you're going to create a journey. You're going to go around the grounds and you're going to find things that are interesting to you and then you stick it to your bracelet. So your bracelet is your map. And it's a way of encouraging people to think about their environment, to look carefully at their environment. It's a way of them being able to then to describe to you where they went. Well, first I went to this tree and I picked up this nut, and then I went here and I picked up these flowers, and then I found some stones and I picked them up from here. And it's a thing that we used to do in the forest school with the younger students, where we were thinking about mapping activities. And for me, good teaching, particularly in that environment, is one where young people, or learners, old people in your case, have an opportunity to make substantive decisions about what they're doing. And too often when we're teaching, the pathway through that lesson is very restrictive. You're going to do this worksheet and finish it, and then we're going to do this worksheet and finish it. And there's no place in that lesson for thought. There's no place in that lesson for making choices. And where we do get students to make choices, they don't tend to make choices that matter. They tend to be you can start a question 1 or you can start a question 4 style choices. So we did some outside ideas with the whole class, and it was really interesting because some of those students had never done anything like that before and went a bit crazy, and some students didn't like to walk on the grass, and some students didn't really know what the scope was of the activity. But because it was expansive, everybody could explore that activity in the same way, and you had your time, and you came back after 10 minutes and people talked to each other about what they had on their bracelet in a way that I don't think they would have done if they hadn't done that activity first. So it was a way of saying, if you want students to think about environment, then I could show you some pictures. I could show a picture of a tree and talk about a tree. I could show you a picture of a squirrel and talk about a squirrel. Or I could give you something to do, something to experience.
Yeah, real experience.
Real experience,
right?
Where you make real choices about your route and your journey, and then you can come back and you can talk about those experiences. So that's why I wanted that activity in that session to happen, because I think it was important for all those different students from all those different institutions to have done it. Because then when I'm saying to them, but can you see how if you're teaching in this way, you're limiting students' opportunities to make these choices? And if our heart is saying the purpose of education is to give students freedom to make choices when they're older, how are we supporting that if we're not allowing them to make choices as they progress through education and make choices in their decisions?
This is very compelling, right?
It was. Well, you were already converted though, weren't you?
Yeah.
You were speaking to the choir. So.
Yeah, I know. But, I think it's very hard when you've got such a pressure, and you need to incorporate everything, embed anything, what curriculum says.